I'm gonna get Epona out from
lad,
here.
you did the thing. He's on the map.
Yeah, he did that a while ago.
No, stay.
No, don't get
Backflip. I love you, but stop. That's what I've said.
I've said that before.
Yeah. Welcome back to Game Corner.
I had to just run and get Epona out of a stable because I need to get into the... Oh, fuck, you know what? There's a stable right there. Could have just done that.
Dude.
Oh, well. I think we're going to go over here.
Right.
And I guess we're just going to follow the roads.
It's probably accurate to a point. Mm-hmm. Maybe not exactly, but hey-ho.
So, Owen, I've got a funny story for you.
Go on.
Do you want to hear it? You just said go on, so yes.
Yeah. Go on.
Continue. So... You know how when you're laying in bed sometimes it's late at night and you're like, man, I just want to sleep, and your brain goes, you remember this thing that happened 5 years ago?
All too well.
Yeah. It was more than 5 years ago.
Right.
But last night I was laying in bed and I was getting ready to go to bed, go to sleep, and then my brain was like, yo, do you remember this disastrous date you went on like 7 years ago?
Gee, right. Okay. Do I even know about this?
No, I've never told anyone this story.
God.
This is a Game Corner first.
I've
never told this story ever.
Okay.
Not because it's embarrassing, it's just because it's like fucking... I mean, it's kind of embarrassing. Anyway, so the girl I was seeing at the time, and this will actually give you an idea of what year this took place, because I don't remember exactly. So I was seeing a girl at the time, and... The film Saving Mr. Banks had just come out.
Oh shit, yeah.
And I fucking love Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins, yeah. It's one of my childhood films. Watched it all the fucking time.
Uh-huh.
I have met other people that did similar. And so my parents went to see it, and they came back. They were like, "You would love that film. You have to go and see that film."
It came out in 2013.
So it was 2013. I was right. It was 7 years ago.
7 years. Well done.
Oh, nice. So I was seeing this girl at the time, and I was like, "That's kind of a cute film.
Yeah.
It's about a Disney film. You know, yeah, that'll be fine."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Do you want to go see this film?" She said, "Yeah, okay." And she was living next town over.
Right.
So she had to get a lift in, and because we were 15? Yeah, 15. Said that really quietly, like I didn't know my own age.
How old was I?
I just have to subtract 7
ago.
from my own age.
If I'm 22 now and
Yeah.
divide the 3 from the 4
Did
and
I just kill that man? Yes, I did.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's fucking dead.
Straight up.
Yeah, so I booked the tickets.
Yeah.
And I met her in town by the cinema. This was in our hometown.
Yes.
At the old cinema before we got the swanky new one.
Uh-huh.
And we went in and I was like, yo, I booked tickets for Saving Mr. Banks, and they were like, oh yeah, okay. Here are your tickets. It's this screen. Go for it. It was like, oh, it's like screen 4.
Yeah, yeah.
And we went in and we sat down and we were waiting for the film to begin, and it started. And it started, and I went, this is a weird opening, but I guess we'll watch it. This will probably resolve itself into Mary Poppins soon, right? Nope! It was a film.
What were you watching?
I cannot remember the name because it was not what I was expecting at all. But if you went onto a list of films that came out in 2013 and found one about what I'm about to describe to you, you could probably work out what it was. So it was a film about a man who had been taken as a prisoner of war by the Japanese in World War II.
What?
And he was like reliving it and coming to terms with it. He went to like the camp he was kept in where he was tortured, and I was like, this is not Mary Poppins. What the fuck is this? But we watched the whole film.
What?
We watched the whole... We sat there, we watched the whole film. We were like, this is kind of weird, but I guess it might resolve itself. It never resolved itself. We watched the whole fucking thing.
The Railway Man? A former
Yes,
British.
that was it.
Yeah.
He was a railway man. I've not remembered the name in the last 7 years.
It had Colin Firth in it.
Yes.
Yes.
He was the main character. He was really good.
He's always usually pretty good.
Yeah, I like Colin Firth. He did a really good job. However, don't take your date to see The Railway Man. That wasn't the reason the relationship ended, but
Right.
it can't have been.
It was a big contribution to
it can't have been a small factor.
Fuck you, Colin Firth. You ended my last relationship. I'm calling you out, bitch.
We watched the whole thing
Please return my calls.
and then walked back to my house going, that wasn't the film. The person we talked to said Screen 4, right?
Yeah.
We were like, she definitely said Screen 4. And we walked out of the screen, looked up, and yeah, it was Screen 4.
Right.
So she had obviously just directed somebody to that screen. And then when we gave her the ticket, she went, yeah, down there, same screen.
Huh.
And it took another 2 years for me to see Saving Mr. Banks.
I think you were robbed, mate.
That was quite possibly the worst date I've ever been on.
I mean, you were definitely robbed, because apart from anything else, The Railway Man is 116 minutes, and Saving Mr. Banks is 128 minutes.
Motherfucker.
So actually, you lost out on a few minutes there.
What fucking... Oh my god. But yeah, so I went to see... Long story short, instead of seeing a wholesome movie about an adaptation... Like a Disney film being made from an adaptation of a book, I watched Colin Firth pretend to be a POW and solve his trauma.
That can't be right. Wait. Okay.
Would not recommend The Railway Man for general viewing.
I mean, apart from the fact, so you were all right because, well, you said you were 15 at the time?
Yeah.
Well, the movie was rated 15 in the UK, but it was rated R in the US. So...
Oh my god.
We had another Deadpool there.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I just remembered... I was thinking about it like, wow, that was cringy. And then I went, I've never told Owen that story. He will love that story.
That's hilarious. Oh, why did you not get up and go and?
I don't know. I think we were just.
Did you not check the tickets as well? Because it would have had the right room. I can't remember,
but we just didn't leave.
I'm not going to say that the people that work at Odeon were kind of a bit incompetent at the time, regardless, but.
It's the wrong time to say I applied for a job there, isn't it?
I'm not saying
they didn't give me a job.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, they called me after I had got a job at the place I worked and said, there's a job opening, and I went, I have a job.
Yeah, I remember you saying about that, because it was when you were over at the...
I don't know why we didn't...
Ice rink.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't leave. We just stayed and watched the film.
Was it just like a case of two people were just too awkward to...
Yeah,
go,
it was
maybe we should leave.
It was a British staple.
Well, I'm not going to say anything if you're not going to say anything.
Yeah, she didn't say anything, so I didn't say anything. And at the end, we went, "That was weird."
What's weirder is neither of us said anything, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to watch Saving Mr. Banks?
Yeah, like 2 years later at home.
Oh, fair enough.
So I have actually seen the film.
And was it good?
Yeah, I recommend the film.
Oh, nice, okay.
I do not recommend The Railway Man. Oh. It's a very specific kind of film that doesn't appeal to a lot of people.
Well, neither does IMDb. It doesn't have a very good rating. If you want to go watch The Railway Man, it has a 66 on Rotten Tomatoes, a 7.1 on IMDb. That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
And a 2 out of 5 from Common Sense. I'm going to assume that says magazine. It says Common Sense M, so it could be anything.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's magazine.
And it is Common Sense Media. Well, fuck me then.
Oops. So yeah, in short, mediocre at best.
Fair play, fair play. Well, I like the commitment. Not everybody's that committed these days.
No.
Even if it is to something really, really dumb.
And I wrote this on the note app I have for interesting stories.
Yeah.
As just in case, because we've had a couple of times where I've gone pick something from that list, and just in case, just so I didn't want to spoil it, I wrote that one disastrous cinema day.
Right. Nice.
I paid for everything, so I don't think... Like, I mean, she didn't lose out on anything except seeing the film she wanted to see.
Yeah, she got... it was a net win for her, really, wasn't it?
She did not enjoy the film.
Oh. That's a shame.
Which, I mean... Fair enough.
Yeah.
It was not a film for everyone. Yeah. I didn't enjoy the film.
You were going for like a pseudo Disney movie, and you ended up coming up with.
I think it was produced by Disney.
Like Japanese warfare.
Like a World War II. Yeah, it was not. It had shots of him being waterboarded and everything, and I was like, "This is not the same film."
Yeah, it sounds like a war film as opposed to. I don't think Mr. Banks was at war.
No.
Maybe that's what he needs saving for. Does he need to be saved from the waterboarding? Maybe.
Like, I thought I was going to watch Tom Hanks and Emma Thompson, and I got there, and it was Colin Firth being waterboarded for almost 2 hours. Not just that. It wasn't the whole film. Wasn't just.
It was just him being tortured the entire time.
That would play a large part of it.
Jesus, fair enough.
Oh my God! It's a Guardian.
Whoa!
Hello!
And it's aiming at us! Run! Ooh, fucking yay! That was scary.
I'm just gonna hide. No, don't follow me. Thank you.
Jesus.
Please stay down there. Thank you.
I've just seen the sheer difference in colour range between the TV and my laptop.
Yeah.
Jesus.
How did you get up here? Oh wait, I have the Master Sword. Come back here, bitch.
Rise and shine, bitch.
We're going to Disneyland.
Enjoy death.
It's just rolling.
Rolling.
Keep those doggies rolling. Ride.
It's nearly out of arms. It's armless. Ha ha. Send help. Send help. It's been so long.
It has been very long.
Right.
Oh, and I have full health, so I can just go. Oh no, please. Please die. Thank you. Oh wow, we actually beat a Guardian. I remember episode 3 when I died.
Yeah, me too. Oh, how the turns table.
Yeah.
Oh, how the thick plottins. So, I don't really have... I have talking points, which I very rarely prepare for this sort of stuff.
Okay, I have to ask you now that we've made this entire episode about this.
Yeah.
Worst date.
Worst date that I ever went on.
Went on. Being one you either organised or participated in.
Well, it wasn't so much a date, but it was a meeting of two people.
In a romantic setting?
No.
Oh, okay.
There was a interest at some point, but it ended up not being in the end.
Right.
And actually, I ended up pissing off this person so much that this interaction was just her ridiculing me for like an hour.
Oh.
Like, deconstructing me.
I don't think I've heard this story.
It was a really weird experience. But we're really good friends now, so I don't really like, apparently she doesn't really remember very much of it, but like, I remember.
Was she drunk?
No, like, we were young. It wasn't like... It was like teenage drama. It was a very weird
That might have been before I knew you.
No, it was kind of in the midst of...
You'll have to give me a name between episodes.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the name for privacy reasons. Yeah. But,
in between episodes, you can tell me and I'll either go, oh my god, or I've never heard this.
But no, it was like typical teenage drama, so I guess that would technically be the worst, because it was something that was organised. We were organising to go and see each other.
Yeah, at this place.
Yeah, just to like... It wasn't so much to hang out. Well, no, maybe it was. I can't remember. Even the points are a bit blurry to me. All I remember was being really hurt afterwards. I was just like, oh.
Which is just... Those are the worst kind.
So John's girlfriend has said things about my hands before, my ugly decrepit hands.
Yeah, she has.
Which apparently she hasn't meant after that point. But it was kind of like those comments, just like
came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was just so. Oh, you're like a horrible, horrible person, because I'm not sure there's a lot of people that believe that. But It was more. You have weird arms. I'm like, I can't really do very much about that. Like, I understand what you mean. Oh my god,
you've got weird arms. You've got no arms and you smell bad.
Yeah, like kind of
oh
like that.
Oh shit, there it is. I found the camel.
But it was, So it was kind of like a dimple in my arm. So.
Oh yeah, like how I've got weirdly hairy upper arms.
But like, so the dimple is where like muscle starts and where fleshy stuff starts.
Tissue.
Yeah, so it was
tissue. Really
not really
weird.
my fault. Like, I was sorry that my arms were somewhat more developed than I had ever given any intention of them being. But that was a very weird one. But so actual date. I don't know. I've never really had like a properly bad official date. I've had awkward, no, not awkward, boring dates, I guess. So
I've had at least one of those.
So it was just, it felt so kind of, I don't want to say normal. It just kind of felt like just going out. So it was just I don't know, but it wasn't like bad at all, and nothing really bad happened from it. So it was just.
I had an awkward date.
Right.
Which was first year of uni.
Right.
Which I don't think I actually told you about the date, but I definitely told you about the person.
Yes. I believe so.
Was that I thought she was nice, and I was like, "Oh, you want to get a coffee sometime?" And so we went to a cafe and like chatted, but didn't really have anything in common.
Right.
So we just talked about what each other liked. Which is fine. And then it was just like, oh, okay, we just kind of...
Oh, shit, I do know my worst date.
Okay, well, you tell me after I finish this.
Yeah, go on.
It was... Oh, no,
it's just
wait, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You reminded me that Canterbury exists.
Yeah, so it was just me... It was just us going, oh, yes, I have heard of that, but I don't enjoy it. Or something to that effect. And then it turned into... You want to just come sleep at my flat?
Right.
For, like, the next month.
Yeah.
And then she ghosted me.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty bad interaction.
Yeah, I mean, we just realised we had nothing in common, and we were both going for the same... We were both talking to each other for the same reasons.
Yeah.
Which was both of us were in a relationship that had ended recently, and we were lonely.
Yeah, like a rebound kind of scenario.
Yeah, except it wasn't to anyone's advantage. And then, at the beginning of this year, I went, oh, she was inviting me over because she wanted to sleep with me.
Yeah.
And I was too sad to pick up on that. So, if you're listening, I apologise. But also, I think you're better off not having slept with me. Not because I'm a...
It's because of the crabs.
No, this sounds weird now. It's not because I'm bad. No, it's just...
because I was...
Owen, what's your story? I want to make you feel bad now.
Okay.
I know...
Yeah, you know, but...
This person and this story.
Yeah, so...
I've since fallen out of touch with this person. So.
I'll swing it back around to the original story that I gave about me being ridiculed for like an hour. Just for reference, I'm still really good friends with this person. There is no bad blood there at all.
It was just a weird experience.
Yeah, no, it was just it was teenage drama, really, and there was no real reason behind it. I think I probably just pissed her off, and ended up in the shit for a couple of days. Yeah. But we're fine now. I would
also similarly like to clarify: I have not spoken to the woman I've been talking about for the last 2 years.
Hey, my guy.
So,
So yes, no. The worst date that I've ever been on was whilst I was visiting you.
It was one of my housemates.
Yeah.
In first year.
Visiting you in Kent.
Yeah. At uni.
Yeah.
2
university.
years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago. Fuck. 3 years ago was 20.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right.
17, 18, so 3 years ago.
Either way, to kind of like not go into too many details, we've been talking for a little bit, and I'd come to visit you quite a few weekends on the trot.
Every weekend for a month.
Yeah.
Because you could.
Yeah, I just kind of, I had the spare time.
I enjoyed it.
There wasn't really anything going on, and like, I kind of, after going to Aaron's university and having kind of like a pseudo...
Freshers.
University life.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of like this. I kind of like going out and having drinks with people my age and talking about shit.
Mm-hmm. Meeting new people.
Yeah. Turns out I'm actually oddly okay with it, despite being quite awkward at points.
Yeah, Only awkward at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then it's fine.
And then I'll work my way out of it. How much time have we got? We've got like 17 seconds, but I can...
You finish this story, and then we'll...
Yeah, I'll
I made
quickly...
it to the desert tower, so...
I'll quickly wrap it up. Anyway, got to know this person whilst I was at work and like doing other stuff. When I wasn't coming to visit you, we were still like generally chatting and things were going quite well.
Yeah, because I put something in the microwave and left it for a little bit too long. And then she messaged you about it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you said to her to tell me that I was an idiot.
Yes.
And I was like, this is a weird experience. Yeah, I've never had this happen before. Yeah.
Very, very peculiar. But we went out on an official date.
Yeah, it was actually a date.
On one of the later like weekends or something that I came to visit.
It was like the penultimate weekend.
Yeah. And so the reason why it was bad wasn't so much because of the setting or any of like... there weren't any real issues in the conversation at all, but it was just a little bit awkward. There were points where I knew I was trying too hard for the conversation and she just wasn't really at all.
Yeah. And
there was an oddly large amount of topics around about tea. And I love tea, but when we're talking about tea quite a lot, that's a little bit of a...
Well, yeah, once it keeps coming back to like one subject,
it always comes back to tea.
Once like a date or something keeps circling back to one subject, unless it then leads off onto another subject, like I feel like that's a bad sign.
Yeah,
like, you have one thing to talk about, and
I think so. We tried to talk about other things, but it was very obvious that we had some mutual interests, but not enough. So the main thing that was keeping it going was mutual attraction. Yeah. And for someone who had just been out of a relationship, that being her, and me being out of a relatively long-term relationship, like, I don't know, at some time before that point, it just ended up not working. Yeah. So, yeah, it was a weird one, but every time I now go over to see Josh at uni, I look at that fucking Costa coffee and I go, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, well, it's also that and shit, what was it? It's the we have a joke about something that happened during that, and one of the things that she said why the relationship wouldn't work out is now a running joke with a couple of my friends from uni.
Very good.
And yeah, I don't think you missed out on a whole lot, really.
No.
Like I said, she didn't really... I don't actually know. That's. I shouldn't say that.
She's a lovely person.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that she didn't keep up the friendship. I also didn't try because of circumstances surrounding my university career. Yeah. But
you know, shit happens with university, so yeah, it's forgivable to a point.
You're finding out who you are, so that's fine. Yeah. Wow, he just backed up and looked at me.
Anyway, let's quickly move on because it is the end of the episode.
Oh yeah, we went on a little bit long there, didn't we?
So, yes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of Game Corner. Watch us on the next episode of Game Corner, which will be coming out at some point. I don't know when. Maybe I'll change the upload schedule. Maybe I'll do my taxes. I don't know. Things will happen.
Maybe Latch will snore in his sleep some more.
Yeah, maybe he's not even asleep. Guarantee it.
He's just breathing weird.
Shut up. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.